Hey, okay, so let's look at some of the new features in GenFEA Web. We've built in some custom section property calculators and the new web version of DesignPad. So what you currently see on the screen is just me loading some standard sections from the global database using the ANZ section libraries into my local project. And then we can jump into the custom section workspace straight from here. And in here we can either draw out custom profiles and adjust them by dragging those grip points as you see, or we can create new geometries for outer boundaries and interior openings, as many as you want. A single outer boundary and as many interior openings as you want. And of course, being able to graphically adjust those is just very helpful. What it does is it does a computation, calculates the cross-section properties, and there you go. You can also use the parametric sections, as you see there on the screen, and fill out the relevant properties that is associated with that section, hit calculate, and then you're done. Now, once you've got your sections brought into your project, I'm going to run, in this example, just a double span portal frame model because I want to show you the downstream DesignPad capabilities. And we'll just build a quick model, this double span portal frame. So obviously I'm using the wizard, but you could have, been modeling manually or using some of the other wizards and tools built into the software or imported models. Now, once it's done, I'm just running a model discretization exercise here so that it splits elements at intersections except for the bracing. And then I'm going to run the optimized tool that's just going to order everything nicely based on their geometrical location. So we can see there we've got our nodes nicely organized at level 0. All of them already have support supplied, and so on and so forth. So now that we're happy with this, maybe I should just inspect a couple of elements. So you'll notice if I select anything from the input workbook, it selects the corresponding element in the model, and the other way around. If I select anything in the model, it'll jump to the corresponding line in the input workbook. So that's really convenient that those are bidirectionally connected to each other. And then we'll just set up another load case. So by default, there's always a dead load that includes the unweight. I'm going to create a new row here, and we'll just set up some properties there. It's going to be a linear static load case, this one. Of course, we can handle more complex loads, but we'll just do that, call it LL, and then we'll jump into the load combinations and just add a factor there for the ULS1 combination for that new load, live load that we've added. I'm selecting all of the purlins there, and I'm just adding a live load of -1.2 on them. It's quite heavy, but just for demonstrational purposes. And you can see if we activate that load case there, then those load symbols display in the screen. Now that we've got this done, let's head over and run the analysis. So I'm creating the analysis link. Then I'm going to launch the GenFEA desktop app. We'll paste the link in there. I have to sign into my license since I haven't done it recently. And then we'll click run and upload. Now, this will just take a couple of seconds. Once it's done, it's going to tell us it's finished, and we can close there, refresh again in GenFEA Web, and import those results that is associated with the model. And you can see the results there. Now I'm going to select the design groups I want to display and also the load case, which is going to be the combination case. And of course, you can select elements and use the select chain tool to then create those plot views of the output. Now you can also save models, so we save to a specific GenFEA format, and if you accidentally close your browser, you can restore the last cache, or you can open that from disk again, so you can never really lose your work, even if something happens like a computer shuts down unexpectedly or whatever. And what I'm doing now is I'm just setting up the view again with that deflection shape, and I'm going to be launching DesignPad next. So I'm setting up a view that I want to use for my reporting, and I'll click on that report automation button. And what this is going to do is it's going to create the DesignPad script, which is a mixture of math scripting and markdown format. And it can bind to live information in the model, like these plot graphs, screenshots of the model, physical properties of analytical members as geometrical and material properties, as well as their analytical results. And the great thing is we can export this to Microsoft Word, so DOCX format. And you can see it preserves that really well, that visual display. And if we wanted to enter manual formulas, we can either select them from the design recipes, which is basically libraries. And there are some standard ones we've built in with the software, but that library will grow. But you can see it's a math script. It dynamically links to elements in the project. And this one is a steel check to NZS 3404. And again, if we send that to Microsoft Word, the good thing is that it maintains that equation format even when it sends it to Word. So it remains a smart object in Word. And then, yeah, you can also build your own DesignPad scripts. You can either use the AI to help you script those, which is what I'm going to do here, or you can type them out yourself. So what I'm doing here is I'm asking the built-in AI agent to generate a script to check some steel member deflections against NZS 3404. And then it's going to create that for me, and it'll automatically push it into DesignPad. So it's got full access to that and control of the software. So it can create entities, can query entities, and it can access DesignPad. And of course, if we want more advanced features, we'll use the AI control component, which lets you hook this up to things like Codex and Claude Code and so on. And now I'm just showing you if we manually did want to link to data and bind to data. That's what I'm doing here, whether that's screenshots, plots, or actual result outputs like the MYY moments here that I'm just inserting, then it's quite easy to do. So really powerful, really smart, very flexible, and of course fully accessible by the AI as well. So yeah, lots of potential with that, and it's still developing. So I hope you enjoyed watching that. Give it a try. Have a great day. Talk soon. Bye.